The SCAD Savannah Film Festival wrapped in October, but some of those films that screened at the festival are now in theaters or streaming. Some of those films have been receiving rave reviews and acclaim on the award trail as the road to the Oscars is underway. Many of those movie stars and creators spoke with Connect Savannah while in Savannah at the SCAD Savannah Film Festival. Let's take a look at what's happening at the cinema. Belfast was one of the movies that was a part of the signature screenings at the film festival and is a strong contender for a Best Picture Oscar nomination. It received 6 Golden Globe nominations, including Drama Motion Picture and Best Director of Motion Picture for the film's director Kenneth Branagh. Branagh has been nominated for 5 Academy Awards in 5 different categories and 5 Golden Globes. Belfast is about a 9-year-old boy who must chart a path towards adulthood through a world that has suddenly turned upside down. Branagh was the writer and director for this film that is in parts based on his own life.
It was a very sort of emotional experience writing it. I chose to do it at this time because we were living through this period of uncertainty and being unsettled in the way the pandemic, had its effect on everybody. And the story of the film is about a period of deep uncertainty with my family when something happened when I was 9 years old, when our world was turned entirely upside down in the north of Ireland. What was a peaceful environment and a very happy environment turned into a very, very dangerous one. And we had to pick our way through that. And so in so doing, we had to learn coping mechanisms, about when to use humor, when to use music, when to use dancing, how to recreate that community feeling and still negotiate danger and violence and find our way through it.
Branagh was presented the Lifetime Achievement Award in acting and directing at the SCAD Savannah Film Festival. Another film getting a lot of buzz that was a part of the gala signature screenings at the SCAD Savannah Film Festival is King Richard, a film that looks at how tennis superstars Venus and Serena Williams became who they are after coaching from their father, Richard Williams. Williams is an undeterred father who is instrumental in raising 2 of the most extraordinarily gifted athletes of all times. Will Smith delivers a strong performance as King Richard. The film also stars Aunjanue Ellis, who plays Venus and Serena's mom. The movie shows just how influential their mom was in raising their daughters and in the impact that she had on their lives. Ellis was presented with the Outstanding Achievement Award in Cinema at the SCAD Savannah Film Festival.
King Richard, for those of us involved, from Warner Brothers to our amazing director Ronaldo Marcus Green, to our superstar leader Will Smith, what we wanted to try to do was honor the Williams family, and we tried to do so with King Richard Williams, but we also tried to do that as well with the other daughters, Tundi Price, Leandria Price, Isha Price, and of course Venus and Serena. And we also hopefully wanted to give honor to their mother. I thought something about their mother, and I was wrong, and I hope you will see in this movie that she is given a voice, and I hope that I have done that. And by acknowledging me, you have acknowledged her. So let's give her a round of applause, Miss Orsine Price.
Venus and Serena also served as executive producers on the film, and their other sisters were involved in various aspects of the film as well, making it truly a family affair. Both Smith and Ellis received Golden Globe nominations for their acting in the film. Streaming over on Netflix is the movie Passing, starring Tessa Thompson, Academy Award nominee Ruth Negga, and Andre Holland. The film was adapted from the 1929 novel that tells the story of 2 black women who can pass as white but choose to live on opposite sides of the color line during the height of the Harlem Renaissance. After a chance encounter reunites the 2 former childhood friends, Irene, who is played by Thompson, reluctantly allows Claire, played by Negga, into her home, where Claire integrates herself into Irene's family and a larger social circle. As their lives become more deeply intertwined, Irene finds her once steady existence now being turned upside down by Claire.
What's interesting about Claire is that she takes pride and pleasure from skirting the rules. And sometimes that's necessary, especially when the rules are full of folly, like Jim Crow, segregation, you know, these social mores that made their way into legislation, essentially. And I had never seen that before. And that was pure pleasure and freedom. And, you know, I hope that it sort of informed my playing of her. But I think when I saw it a couple of weeks ago, I thought, oh no, but you also managed to capture the feeling of being unsafe that was permeated the lives of people of color, especially black women.
Nega was presented with the Spotlight Award at the SCAD Savannah Film Festival. She is now currently nominated for a Golden Globe for Best Supporting Actress in a Motion Picture. Dune, directed by Denis Villeneuve, was screened at the film festival and is now streaming on different platforms. The film tells the story of Paul, a brilliant and gifted young man born into a great destiny beyond his understanding, who must travel to the most dangerous planet in the universe to ensure the future of his family and his people.
I often think of it not so much as a sci-fi and a futuristic film as I'm trying to look for, it's a coming-of-age story, you know, it's a story about a family, and actually all of the sort of sci-fi features of it are less important to the degree where I didn't want to make the sound of the ornithopters, which are these sort of helicopter-like craft in the film, super sci-fi and kind of glitzy and flashy. It was a case of trying to find every technology and every sound in the film to make it blend into the world that we know, so that it's accessible, so that you're not so much being dazzled by sci-fi and future as concentrating on the characters and their journey. It's a character-driven movie. It's also an action-driven movie.
Dune picked up 3 Golden Globe nominations, including Best Motion Picture Drama. Come On was also one of the gala screenings at the SCAD Savannah Film Festival. The movie is a 2001 American black and white drama film starring Joaquin Phoenix, and it's about an artist left to take care of his precious young nephew as they forge an unexpected bond over a cross-country trip. The film is directed by Mike Mills, and he was presented with the Auteur Award at the SCAD Savannah Film Festival.
So as a writer-director, I think a lot of you probably know this, it's actually a very lonely job. And you spend so much time alone with like your fears and your insecurities and your anxieties. So to be invited to something like this and to have your work considered so thoughtfully really means the world probably more than you understand. It makes you feel like there is a connection happening and that you should keep going. So I'm sure not just for me, but all the filmmakers that are invited here and are treated nicely, it really helps so much.
Though the film didn't snag any Golden Globe nominations, it's still on a few Oscar prediction lists. Streaming on Hulu is the documentary Summer of Soul, or When the Revolution Could Not Be Televised. The film is directed and executive produced by Amir Thompson Questlove, the unmistakable heartbeat of The Roots, Philadelphia's most influential hip-hop group and house band, for The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon. The documentary is part music film and part historical record, created around an epic event that celebrated Black history, culture, and fashion. Over the course of 6 weeks in the summer of 1969, the Harlem Cultural Festival was filmed in Mount Morris Park, now Marcus Garvey Park, just 100 miles south of Woodstock. The footage includes never-before-seen concert performances by Stevie Wonder, Nina Simone, Sly and the Family Stone, Gladys Knight, and more. Another film at the SCAD Savannah Film Festival that is highly anticipated is Spencer, which tells the story of the marriage of Princess Diana and Prince Charles, which had grown cold. Kristen Stewart gives a strong and intimate portrayal of Princess Diana, and it has earned her a Golden Globe nomination for Best Picture by an Actress in a Motion Picture Drama, and she is a frontrunner for a Best Actress Oscar nomination. Academy Award nominated actress, and 2018 SCAD Savannah Film Festival Outstanding Achievement Award in Acting and Producing honoree Maggie Gyllenhaal branched out into directing. She makes her directorial debut with The Lost Daughter. She also wrote the film. The movie is based on a book and is about Lita, who is alone on a seaside vacation when she becomes consumed with a young mother and her daughter as she watches them on the beach.
It's based on a book that really spoke to me, that I felt like was saying things I had never heard said out loud before about the experience, I think probably in particular, of being a woman in the world, being a mother, being a lover, being a thinker, being an artist. And I thought it would be really kind of radical to articulate those things in a communal way on film, as opposed to just alone in my room reading the book. So that was probably part of what made me want to do it.
At the 2021 SCAD Savannah Film Festival, Gyllenhaal was presented with the Rising Star Director Award. The movie is nominated for 2 Golden Globes, including Best Director Motion Picture for Gyllenhaal. The Lost Daughter, which stars Olivia Colman, Jessie Buckley, and Dakota Johnson, is now streaming on Netflix. Check online where you can view these films. The Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences released the Oscar 2022 shortlist in 10 categories, and some of these films have already made the list in a few categories. Nominations for the 94th Academy Awards will be announced on Tuesday, February the 8th, 2022. The SCAD Savannah Film Festival returns October the 22nd through the 29th, 2022, and passes for the 2022 festival are on sale now at filmfest.scad.edu. This is Kareem McMichael with Connect Savannah. Thank you for listening and watching at the cinema.